Hey, welcome to CryptoCoach365. It's day 128. It's pretty late here, so I'll try to be quick. Travel back was pretty uneventful, but for whatever reason, kind of uneventful. Uh, got bumped to first class again on both flights, so that was nice. Delta is a little pricey though, as I'm figuring out with some things. Well, not pricey, it's just that the prices are about average, but for some things there are cheaper ways to go, especially if you find a deal on sale, but more on that later. So yeah, got back, felt really burned out. All 3 days went really great. Unfortunately, not a lot of rest. So the last day I got in, I was so exhausted that I ended up kind of sleeping in a little late. And then, excuse me, laptop's dead. Computers, I found out my home one after I set everything up. Yeah, my home office is back and set up again. Unfortunately, seems to be dead too. So had to reinstall my Windows operating system from scratch. Basically, I had to reinstall my computer from scratch. So unfortunately, that took out most of my day after I got back. Lots of annoyances to deal with, mainly because since we are starting out in a new place that we're at, there's no network here except wireless. Because of my all my files are remote, I have to use a Wi-Fi network right now to connect to them. Normally we run network wires throughout the house, so it's all like running off a hard drive here. It's slow. And Windows 10, as I found out, still has that really annoying tendency that it's gotten since like Windows 95, where if you try to access a network folder and it's having trouble reaching it, it's going to lock up the entire freaking PC. It's like freaking annoying. So that's what I've been dealing with, trying to get things restarted. Like my main annoyance is that, the main issue is that my my home office is in a corner of our house, directly diagonally and opposite of where the Wi-Fi router is. So it's barely getting a signal, and I almost can't work until this crap is fixed and resolved. I'm just continuing reinstalling some of the software that I need to use. Yeah, laptop, took it apart, tried repairing it. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, so I ended up having to order a new one. And with the slow freaking internet, it's just things are not really working out too well. And besides that, it's just been kind of a crappy, I guess, I don't know, a lot of stress, just kind of coming down altogether, and then just having to deal with it, I guess. Some people online too. There's a lot of some people in my friends list, and I swear, like, Facebook is a freaking trash heap. Like, a lot of people want to be victims or belong to groups so they can be victims, or they just want to give up. Like, they come up with excuses of like it's too hard and nobody listens and blah blah blah, and that's it. And they just like, screw it, it's too hard, it's too hard, it's too hard, we shouldn't even try. And then when you tell them, no, you should not give up, like, it doesn't matter how hard it is, keep moving, they get freaking mad at you and other stuff. But I mean, that's pretty much, I've been noticing that all over the place in all kinds of things. So anyway, that was freaking annoying. At least today was a little bit better. Spent rest of the day also continuing to restore my PC kind of slowly and bit by bit. Found out that apparently, because of the slow network connection here, a couple hours worth of work that I did on keeping track of my finances and scheduling all the payments and other accounting type of issues. Apparently we're not even saved, so that's going to have to be redone from scratch again, unfortunately. Just dealing with crap, really. And computer stuff not working sometimes. As I said, laptop is broken, but I ordered a new one. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get it in time before I travel again. And my traveling next one is I'm leaving again tomorrow. So I just came in on Saturday and I'm leaving again, like after 2 days of spending at home, to a Bitcoin conference in New Hampshire, which is in a town of Portsmouth, which unfortunately does not have any way to get there by plane. So in order to get to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, I have to fly to Boston with a layover in New York. So I fly from here, DC to New York, from New York to Boston, and then I have to take a bus for another hour or so from Boston to Portsmouth, and then I guess from there take a Lyft or Uber to final destination. So pain in the butt again. Hopefully the conference is going to be a little better, because I will be meeting up with a couple of people I haven't seen in a very, very long time. And it's also going to be a couple of high-level people there that I'm hoping to talk to with regards to my big project, mainly to let them know that yes, it's still under works. It is that's finally working. Jeez. Kind of let them know that it's not dead yet. So we're still working. We're still hoping to work with them. Gonna build some more of that relationship stuff and reputation stuff that I mentioned. And hopefully also meet up and hang out with some friends. And then next week I am flying out to Greece. Actually, it's going to be Venice first, because we have to get into Venice, spend a day or two to recoup while we're there, and then from there we go directly to Greece for a week. This is a vacation thing. I kind of planned it out a long time ago as well. One of those that I'm looking forward to it, but it's if we could do without it, it'd be good, because I have a lot of work to do, but well, it's already scheduled. And I did not have any chance to, or time I guess, or whatever, to get airplane tickets to actually go to Venice. So I went on Delta's website to look for tickets today. Saw that it was $1,776. I was like, okay, well that doesn't sound too bad. I mean, round trip, 2 people, $2,000 sounds about right. Turns out it was per person, so holy crap. Looked around, luckily British Airways had a deal. Unfortunately, 600 per person round trip would have been leaving way too early in the morning on the way back. I wouldn't have been able to, we wouldn't be able to get off the, we wouldn't be able to get to the airport in time, basically, because we weren't even going to be getting to Venice until like an hour right before the flight takes off. The next one up was, instead of 600, it was about 1,100, so 2,200, still not 3,500 for 2, but doable. I guess moral of the story, if you know your travel in advance, buy your tickets early, because prices go up if you get them a week before you have to go. So yeah, lesson learned. Anyway, besides that, just more progress on like printing out more forms to submit to Section 8. Trying to, actually we spent about 2 hours today, just wasted time of just trying to get my computer on Wi-Fi, talk to my printer on Wi-Fi. The printer says that it's getting a strong signal, but for whatever reason I couldn't get my computer to actually talk to it. I still can't actually. I have to use a roundabout way to print stuff. That and other minor tasks and paperwork and calls. Hopefully actually some progress. Speaking of, need to write that down so I don't forget. The property that I mentioned with the mobile homes, that zoning is trying to get us to prove something that seems to be almost impossible. We managed to get in touch with the person who did property manager, so oops, who apparently claims that she has leases, rental leases for their property that go back to 2010, I believe. Hopefully it'll be enough. It's 8 years, almost 9. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but that is proof. She can't actually show us the leases, but I can call the zoning person we were dealing with and let her know that there's this person. Please get in touch with them. She will be able to show you proof that people did actually live on that property. Hopefully that'll be enough. I mean, it really depends on what the person who works for zoning, what their goal is. Because they might say, well, we want this kind of proof, but where the real goal is, it might be one of two things. One, they want to have paper trail because bureaucracies love paper trails. Or it could be that she just wants to get rid of all the last trailer parks, and she's just not going to outright say that to us. So she's going to send us on this wild goose chase that we've been on for months. Other properties are kind of... 2 of them are finished up. One of them should have quite a bit of money in it. We're expecting to make enough. The other one, depending on the resale value of the property, might be a couple of grand, might be break even. We'll see how that goes. Third one, unfortunately, it got screwed. So I paid about $96,000 for the property, which needed about 75 grand worth of repairs. And my estimate is that property really should be worth about $200,000, maybe 220. Unfortunately, there's a house that went up, which is like right down the street from us, which looks to be about the same same size. And that one's selling for $100,000, basically same as what I paid for this property before it was all fixed up. So I might end up having to rent our property out if I can't sell it for that amount. So we'll see. And other than that, I mean, I looked. There's a lot of cryptocurrency loan options available. So there's as I mentioned, I use Unchained Capital, which allows me to use crypto as collateral to pull out cash, and then I can use cash to buy the properties or pay for other stuff. Unfortunately, the interest is about 11.5%. I looked around and I found out recently that there's actually quite a lot of other alternatives. I knew about Salt, but Salt was a little weird. But recently I found out that there's like 2 or 3 others. I looked through those, and turns out that their interest rates are ridiculous. So, like, usually 12% is about what everybody else would get you, and some of them even go up to like 18%. So, my hopes of getting a lower interest loan, because I'm putting a 2-to-1 collateral that will basically make the loan totally risk-free, hopes are dashed, because for whatever reason it's still freaking 12%, even though it's a risk-free loan. But whatever. Drop my pen. So yeah, good days and bad days. Slow days, up days, down days, but you know, you just gotta keep moving forward. Tomorrow's gonna be another day. Tomorrow, actually, morning is gonna be a lot of rushing, moving money back and forth. Unfortunately, today all the banks are closed because of a stupid holiday. And all the actual charges to my bank happen tomorrow. So tomorrow morning I have to get up, grab cash out of one bank, put it in the other bank, because it'll take 3 days to transfer it otherwise. And yeah, this is why banks suck and Bitcoin is great. Bank was closed for 3 freaking days, and will take a long time to transfer money unless I do it manually by driving and moving money back and forth physically. As opposed to Bitcoin, it's open 24/7 and I can transfer it anytime instantly. But yeah, it's tough to fix. Anyway, yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, I hope. Bye.